So, good morning everyone. I haven't done a video in a while. I have been waiting to see how the lights on till 12 o'clock at night still pushed the moult on these youngsters that I bred in January and early February. If you remember the last time I did a video, there was a few comments and a few concerns about having to pull the tail flights. I actually agree with the sentiment of having to pull the, well no, I don't agree with doing it. But if you want the birds to get through the moult, judging by my birds, you would definitely have to pull the tail flights before young bird racing starts. Okay, probably about 5 or 6 weeks before young bird racing starts to make sure they've all grown up. In my case, I'm only aiming at one race. It's actually Saturday week, Coutances with the BICC. So I wasn't worried about actually pushing them out. I just wanted to make sure it was done before next week. So what's actually after happened is I have started with 12, as we know. I lost a couple, and I'm actually now down to one. So I've stopped 4 with injuries, and one of them has broken flights, and I have one left over that's actually going to be going next week. At the moment, she looks in great nick. She came back from a very difficult 80-miler solo toss last week. So I've just been letting her build back up, and I have to tell you, I think she's in fantastic condition. So as far as I can say, she's ready to go for Coutances, okay? So I'm going to show you a couple of the birds, the older ones. I have one here that was the first one bred, if you remember from the last videos, and she's completely finished them out. I think she's got her 9th or 10th flight left, but the tail flights, everything's moulted out. And I have another one there who is just growing up the last of the tail flights. And the hen that's gone is actually she'll be finished by next week. She's ready to go. So I'm going to show you her first. So this is the hen that's actually going to the race. So I'm going to show you first. She's actually dropped her 8th fly. And I only just dropped it, I'd say, because I can't see a pip in there, but I know it's gone. And this is her tail now. So as you can see, I'll show you. You can see the tail, just the last of them. These are the last ones just growing up. All the new ones coming through. Oh, sorry. So these are the last ones growing up, coming through. The rest have all been grown out. I actually thought I would have had to pull flights, but she is in actually fantastic condition. Incidentally, this is out of the Luella pair of pigeons that I have here. She's one of probably 6 or 7 that's here now that I bred this year. Her sister in 2016 won a was ace pigeon in the Gran Canaria one loft race for me. I think it was 2016. 2016, yeah, I think it was. And I just had contact from the chap who bought her yesterday, not yesterday, day before yesterday. And he was in Kuwait, and he's after telling me that she has already produced winning pigeons for him. So the line of pigeons is definitely working. Can't believe I got contacted from Kuwait. But so she's ready to rock now next week. She'll be going in the basket on Tuesday with the lads. As you can see, she's in very, very good condition. And fingers crossed, she comes through. She's after putting on a lovely amount of weight. She's on peanuts now every night, still has a few in her. So I have them on a heavy protein mix. They're on 50% farm beans and 50% breed and wean. All the race bulls would be on that. And then from last night, which is Thursday night, right through now to Monday, every night her evening feed, she would be bagged out with peanuts. Bagged out with them. So I'm going to make sure she goes and bloats up on them, okay? But she is in absolutely fantastic condition, okay? So this is the oldest youngster I have in the loft, okay? So this one was hatched in late January, and as you can see there, look, she's actually growing up her 9th flight, okay? So this one's about 5 or 6 weeks older than the other hen. Her tail is completely, the tail, I spoke too soon. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's a couple of tail flights there just finishing off. So I'm quite happy that she's going to be going, she's ready to rock. Sorry, this hen isn't going anywhere, she'll be left till next year. This hen would have been in the training basket, but wasn't because she laid an egg the day I started the training, and then I would like to give, when they lay the second egg 2 days later, I like to give them probably 3 or 4 days after laying before I put them in the basket, and I'd already moved the other birds on. So I just said, oh look, no harm, leave her there. So she's ready to go for next year. Her race will probably be poitiers next year. That's what I'll be aiming these at, like. So this is one of the ones that was injured. This is one of the children of Musgrove Wizard. He's after pairing up with a hen in there now at the moment. So they're just paired up. I just leave them be. I don't particularly worry about it too much. But he's in excellent condition. So this is, now you can just see his tail flights there. See the way they're growing up underneath. So this one would be probably 3 or 4 weeks younger again than the hen that's gone, and that just proves it there. He is now on his 10 and 8, 7. He's growing up his 7th flight there. So he's 3 or 4 weeks behind her. And I'm in no rush with these pigeons. This is one of the ones I stopped. He kept coming late, and then I found out he was actually after getting injured. So there's not much I can do about it. Okay. So that's him there. He's another son of Musgrove Wizard. I'll have a look at a couple of others if I can. Where is it? This is incidentally a hen that's paired to him. The one I stopped, this one did get injured. And now this one again is on our 7th flight, as you can see, just piping up there. And as for the tail, you can see them just growing on the outside there, coming in. That the first of them after moulting. Another daughter of Musgrove Wizard, cracking little hen. Just have to wait and see how they mature now for next year. I have a couple of older ones there from last year. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to show you something that's about, I think it was April bred. Okay, so this fellow was April bred. This fella's April bred, I think he is. And again, the lights are on for all of these youngsters right up to 12 o'clock at night. So it is pushing through them. He's going to bits now at the moment. He's actually up on his 5th flight there. Or 1, 2, yeah, 5th, yeah, he's growing his 5th and piping his 6th. And his body moult, as you can see, is in a fairly bad way. He's kind of just going to rise now. Because these birds are later bred, I want them to be able to race next year. So even I'm still breeding, I want to push them all through the moult. So the lights are going to stay on for these young birds right up to the point where they're finished their moult, because that's what I want to do. I want to make sure they have a full clean sheath for next year. I'll hopefully be aiming at 3 or 4 races next year with a team of 50 odd pigeons. As I said before, I will be going for the internationals, 2 of the internationals with the older birds, but the team of 50 young birds, half of them after the training that I do will be probably sent to poitiers. That's the aim, or the man, one or the other, depending on the timing. So that's it. So the moult has pushed through all the birds. Well, the old ones is what I'm specifically talking about. You can see there they're on their 7th, 8th, and the eldest one on our 9th flight, and that's a difference of probably 3 weeks of age in them all. The tail moult is finished. Again, because I'm only aiming for 1 race, it's no issue for me. I only have to worry about 1 race. And quite rightly so, the hen is ready now for the race. So she will be sent definitely by the feel of her on Tuesday for basking for a race. So what's happening now for us is we're going to race Coutances. We had 30 fellas pulled in. We had a lot of difficult racing in the South Road Fed for a lot of fellas, a lot of difficult races for the Southern Feds in Cork and that. 1 second. 1 second. Okay, I'll be in now. Kids. So people just got cleaned out. So we've gone from 30 lads sending hopefully up to a couple of 100 pigeons to I think about 8 of us now sending 50 odds. Which is, look, it's off the ground. It's going to be a first for us as a group, and hopefully then next year the group grows. watch this space next week. I'll have a couple of videos up. The plan originally was to go to Chirk marking station. Unfortunately, the ferry has cancelled on me for the return ferry, so I can now only go to Holyhead and have the bus collected at Holyhead and brought down to Chirk, which is absolutely no problem either. And we're all set, we're all good to go. So watch this space for next week. We'll definitely have a video up next week, hopefully of pigeons coming home, and certainly a couple of videos of pigeons being transported off, and do a video of marking for the first race we've sent to with the BICC as a group. And then I will have a couple of videos up in the next week or two. With a bit of luck, some people get them home, and with a bit of luck I get mine home. And that's where we're going to go with it. So fingers crossed, lads. Hope your racing's going well. Good luck with the Young Award season, and I'll talk to you all soon.